And just like that, the Denzel Mims era is over. Well, welcome back to New York Sports WickerMedia. I'm WA2K99. Thank you, as always, for taking the time to watch these videos. First of all, we just finished doing our Wednesday night live show. We had an absolutely fantastic time. Talked Mets, Jets, Yankees, Giants, Knicks, all kinds of things. Had a great time. And it was during that show that the news of the Denzel Mims trade broke. David Garrard was the one who let me know about it, did some further research, and I had actually made the prediction. I hate to toot my own horn, but I did make the prediction on Twitter earlier that afternoon, and about 20 minutes before the news of the trade broke, I was expecting the Jets would get a 6 for Mims and a 7th round pick. That's exactly what it turned out to be. Now, the 6th round pick is conditional. As of this recording, we don't know the terms of those conditions yet, but these are the types of trades that Joe Douglas has shown signs that he makes. It's never just a player for a pick. It's usually for a move up in the draft, and that's exactly what this turned out to be. And with Mims coming up on the last year of his contract, the fact that the Jets were actually able to trade him and get a draft pick back, to me, it's an absolute win. But keep in mind, this is the same general manager who has also acquired assets for Blake Cashman, for Jordan Willis, and players like that. Now, I made some of these points on my live show, but I wanted to go to it in just a little bit more depth here on Denzel Mims. So, like we've said, it didn't work out here. It wasn't about one coach. It wasn't about one quarterback. And let's face it, the Jets are very, very deep at wide receiver. When you have Garrett Wilson, Corey Davis, Alan Lazard, McCole Hardeman, Randall Cobb, and you've got some really talented young players. Guys like Irvin Charles, Jason Brownlee, Jerome Kapp comes to mind, and there's a couple more besides that. There just wasn't going to be room for Denzel Mims. I never felt he was going to make this team. I felt he was likely to get cut from this team, as a matter of fact. But now he's on his way to the Detroit Lions. It makes sense considering that Jameson Williams is going to be suspended for part of the year for gambling, so the Lions could use another piece at wide receiver. But you look at Denzel Mims over the years he's spent with the Jets and just how his role and his production has actually deteriorated from his rookie season. So he played 82% of the offensive snaps his rookie year, never scored a touchdown. He has made, in his career, 42 catches on 92 targets. That's it. That's a 45% catch rate, which is absolutely not good enough. When you have the size and the physical skills that Mims had, you should be catching well over 50% of the balls thrown your way. And his dropping, the passes he's dropped, they have continuously gone up. He dropped 2% of the passes his rookie year, 8.7% his second year. This past year, 12% of the passes he caught, he dropped. And then you factor in the penalties as well. Just look at 2022. Here's all you really need to know. Denzel Mims finished 3rd in the NFL among wide receivers with 5 penalties. That in spite of the fact that he finished 126th in snaps among wide receivers. So he was averaging 1 penalty every 55 plays, far and above the most of any wide receiver in the NFL. Now, with the move, the Jets saved $1.3 million on the cap hit. They do have a $377,000 dead cap hit that they do have to absorb as well. So they do get to save a little bit of money, which who knows what that might lead to. Maybe it gives them a little bit of extra money for Quan Alexander to bring him back at linebacker. Something else they could do, maybe it's safety, maybe it's a chance for Dalvin Cook, maybe the money just goes to Aaron Rodgers, and understandably so if it does. But I'm very happy that the Jets were able to get an asset for a player who I felt had absolutely no role on their 2023 roster. So all my best to Denzel Mims going forward. What are your thoughts on Denzel Mims? And not so much his Jets tenure, we know what that was. But put your thoughts down there in the comment. Are you happy that the Jets traded Mims, and are you happy what Joe Douglas got in return? I look forward to seeing your comments, and I'll see you right back here with more content from you know where. The Wicker Chair.